Alright, welcome to this week's weekly one-shot. We're going to play this little gem of a game, Drakkhen, for the Super Nintendo. Time will start once we have control of our characters. First, we get to do something that I really enjoyed in this game. And part of that is enjoying the super loud starting music. We get to create 4 characters, so I'm going to want to pull out 4 people from the chat who are going to jump into this. And the first one gets to be our fighter. Who's it gonna be? Bear in mind we have a scout, magician, and a priest. We can choose gender, we can choose role, but we have to choose all 4 roles. Now Jake, put in those who can win this. You can try me, I made it to Canada once. Alright, well, Nitro, you get to be our fighter then. Don't let us down. And you get to roll. Those are some terrible rolls. Those are some pretty damn good rolls. We'll give you all the power, the lowest of intelligences. Your agility is okay, your physique is amazing, obviously, and your knowledge is quite low too. Incredible. Owen is saying, pick me! Alright, Owen, you can be our... I always like having priest second. So we'll get into the meat of this game once we actually finish setting up our party and jumping into it. And 7, 15, 17, 9, 15. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. We'll give you high intelligence, pretty good physique, high knowledge, low agility, decent power. Amazing. I see Dusty Girl asking to be healer if possible. So that'll be the magician then. Let's see, we got space for that? We can kinda make it. Close enough, right? There we go. Stellar rolls for the first one, but let's not settle here. Wow! Okay. Rolling an 18, that's pretty good. Decent power, decent agility, so-so physique, but we've got to cap up that knowledge and intelligence for the healer. And then finally we'll have our scout. Scout is the utter crap one. So who's it gonna be? Well, the only other person yelling is the monk who wanted the mage spot, so too bad, you get to be the crappy, mostly naked scout. Can manage this, right? Oh, we can actually fit in the whole damn thing. Nice. When I was but a ween playing this game, I really enjoyed character creation screens. That's why I was really drawn to Swords and Serpents, despite it being awful. Okay, if you can settle for having utterly gash intelligence, you can have some really, really solid stats for everything else. There we go. 6 in intelligence. That's insulting. Alright, let us begin. So, welcome to Drakkhen. This is our weekly one-shot today. Lucky was on my case because he was really enjoying Drakkhen 2, Dragon View. And he was like, wow, this game is so much fun, Jake. You should play Drakkhen again to remind yourself how fun that was. I did it as a 2 Hours of Hell, something like 3 years ago, but I used an exploit which gives you infinite free experience points, all for hanging around in one room for 20 minutes. He said, you're not allowed to use that anymore, go and beat the game. He didn't give me a time limit, so I threw one in 4 hours because I plan on playing some Outbreak tonight. The story makes no sense whatsoever. You have a whole bunch of dragons with impronounceable names trying to tell you what to do. You are the last humans trying to get salvation for humankind. And you're going to run around on this amazing Mode 7 map to go and sort everything out. It's going to involve killing massive dragon creatures and also being killed by mud. It's a strange world. Let's get that timer going and let's do it. D20 rolls, those seem too high. I think they're D18. I've never seen a 19. Alright, so first stop is heading into this castle here. This is the Western Earth castle. And we've got a little puzzle to start us off. We've got some elements, fire, earth, air, and water. Well, we're in the earth zone, so we'll just punch that. Although I don't want to quite do that. Let's punch the wrong button and see what happens. Get out. Only those with permission may enter here. 4 hours may or may not work out well for us. It depends how hard a time the big boss dragons give us. So in this game, combat is you just bump into the enemy and the game will decide whether or not you actually get to hit them. So Dusty Girl, who we're controlling here, I wanted them so they could grab this, the buckler. But fortunately for them, they also were able to find a shirt. Let's take Owen for example here. Another thing I really liked about this game, you can just strip your characters bare. So no shoes, no robe, no nothing for you there, Monk. No, this isn't Monk. This is Owen. Yeah, he's down to just his shirt. Don't even know if he's wearing underwear there. Now take your dagger, take your shoes, take your robe. Same goes for Dusty here. We can strip you as well. And yeah, you're not looking so hot in nothing there, so we'll give you a shirt. There we go, much better. Give you some shoes as well. For the priestess, sorry, for the priest and the magician. You're a magician, right? You get the coat and the robe, which pretty much goes over everything, but it limits what you can actually wear. It's only fair, right? They're pretty strong, but if they get destroyed, then you're in for a bad time. Okay, down goes the magical barrier, and let's not go our way to the master of this realm. Let's go here, because there are some weapons for us. Now, I know this game almost inside out. No, hold on, that's just setting myself up for failure. I know this game pretty well. If you want to know anything about it, just ask. It's really crap, this game, but it has a special place in my heart. We got some rods, and we're gonna give it to the creepy pony guy. The rod is a so-so weapon. There are many weapons better than it, but it's what we get right now, and anything beats the daggers that we start with. We can also grab a buckler for everyone off the wall here. Extremely destructible, but at least it takes a blow for us. Because in this game, your armor is extremely expendable. If you take a bad hit, it's going to just come crumbling away to shreds. Thagnus is asking about how likely it is that 4 hours is reasonable. Well, we just skimmed it within 2 hours when we used the infinite experience cheat. So I'm not feeling so hot about this unless we get pretty lucky. But I am pretty lucky, and this game is very generous with the saving. So death is not much of a setback. We'll see how well it goes. But without the levels, your characters are pretty fragile. Our meal is not ready yet. I am only a servant. The master meets with no one. It'll do you no good to come here. Well, that's funny because we were invited here, so let's carry on. Now, my top priority is getting Dusty Girl to level 2 and Owen to level, I think, 6. We will probably be maining Owen for most of this because he's the best. Which makes me feel odd that I didn't give him any decent weaponry. Leave the kitchen, you're not part of the staff. If you don't, I'll call a guard. And he does call a guard. Let's go and ruin this guy's day. Oh wow, he almost killed Monk in one hit. Damage is completely random in this game. I'm not even sure if what you have makes any effect here. Okay, yeah, Monk was almost ripped in half there. He could not join with the Fire Allies and was greatly angered. Prince Hordken desperately wants to join the Fire Allies, but the Fire Allies' Princess Naktka hates the prince. Okay, I hope you're digging this amazing story, because I'm not getting it whatsoever. We're actually wasting time right now, but I do want to at least get a little bit deep into the exploration of this game. We went into the bottom of the castle here and found this. Oh, and it killed Owen in 2 shots. So goodbye, Owen. I guess you weren't that special anyway. So, a quarter of our team is dead. That's fine. I mean, he can't have been that good anyway. Oh, the guard is back as well. Well, Dusty Girl's sorting you out. We've got a sword, which is better than a rod, but a rod is all our scout deserves. Alright, we faffed around and had our team killed enough around here. Let's go and deal with the lord of this castle. Better grab our tree buckets for that. Wow, okay, excellent. We got exactly what we need, which is Dusty up at level 2. Now she's learned Unlock, which is very important. Now we gotta go and see that prince as well. Now apparently the prince wanted us here. I don't know why he's sicking all of his creatures at us. Maybe we'll learn that in a few hours. Since Owen is brown bread, we'll have Dusty grabbing the key. Every so often we'll find doors that are locked. We can unlock them with keys or with magic, but magic is limited. You see it in the bottom left. Welcome humans, I am Prince Drakkhen of this castle. I have a favour to ask you. My sister resides in the castle in the east. I wish to see her. Quickly, go tell her, blah blah blah, I am hot-headed. Awesome guy, he was very inspirational in my childhood. But there was a hidden door behind him. We sneak through his ass, grab his key, and we're going to get you, Nitro, because you deserve to be better equipped than you are. I'm going to grab this. It is a light cuirass and light greaves. So get that equipped. Now you are the metal man. You can give your jacket to Dusty. Oh, Dusty doesn't have space for that, so drop your dagger. It's pretty useless. The short sword is certainly not useless. Yes, give jacket to Dusty. It's a little bit better than the shirt. And you also got some boots, right? Dusty can drop the shoes, because it's one size fits all here in this world. Owen is dead. Died in 2 shots from a tiny little, I don't even know what it was, some kind of snake thing. Now you might think we're done here, but there is an enemy that drops extremely random equipment, and some of it is extremely good. If we get something like a saber, power helmet, or a medium robe, or medium coat out of it, then we're on easy street. At least until such equipment gets destroyed. And we just need to keep heading right here. Movement is painfully slow in this game, but we can fix this when Owen is slightly less dead and slightly better at everything. Owen is saying, have you heard of the Flame Over? No. Okay, doors are locked. Thankfully we got Dusty on the unlock magic. It only uses 1 magic, and magic restores over time, so it's, honestly, it's just clicks for nothing. We entered a shrine. Let's go and deal with a monster that I hope doesn't team wipe us. This guy. They're pretty strong, but they're also pretty awesome. If we can just floor him without dying, we might get something good here. Or we might get nothing. It's Dusty that's laying on the pain here, but Monk scores the kill and gets the Ghost Staff. Ghost Staff is a bit useless, but it does sell for a bit of money. Oh, there's a Scorpion. Scorpions can kill us with poison, but I want to kill it anyway. Because we are going to have to get a bit of experience along the way. That's why I gave myself 4 hours for this. Nitro got a bludgeon and he's leveled up. The bludgeon is pretty rubbish. Alright, let's blow this joint. Alright, onwards to the map. Here is the map as we know it, and we need to head east because we were challenged with going to see the sister. So let's just hope we find our way here. I would also quite like to resurrect Owen. He's looking pretty dead right now. There's an Anak towards the east here. We're going to pay it a visit. It'll completely heal us all and bring back any members from the dead. Which I think is about to include the useless monk. Wow. Saved by Nitro. So I read the greatest thing about Bjorn, aka Metal King, who is the audio director in Paradox. He was saying great childhood games include Mega Man 2. Why? Because there's an enemy called Metal Man. So here is the strongest enemy in the game, except for the I love you guy. Fortunately, the ones you meet in the Earth area are friendly. They also push you back, and encounters are random. You can get an encounter 1 frame after the last encounter. What it is there's this glowing triangle bit in the center of the map, and you encounter these dragons, and what they do is they push your character back, so you have to find a different way around this. Fortunately, they only push you backwards, so if you just enter the whole place backwards, they actually push you through it. Intended or not, we'll never know. I'm not in contact with the Chemco people. Although I do love the games they've made. Wait, was this Chemco? Now I'm doubting myself. Okay, cool. Star formation here. But there's an Anak around here somewhere. You can usually tell where they are because your character starts speeding up near them. There we go. Less things on the map make you move faster. Let's bring Owen back from the dead and get everyone, especially the monk, healed up. Approach me, I'll be glad to heal you despite our differences. No, I wasn't really here to talk to you. Give me the treatment. Jake, do you control the party during combat? We select one person to control, and we can take them around. Bringing the game audio down a bit, it felt a bit loud there. Okay, welcome back, Owen. Boy, we got something for you. You have to navigate menus out in the field like this, and you can get into random encounters when you're menu navigating, which is just, well, you don't need me to tell you how daft that is. Okay, we're going to give a short sword to Owen. We're also going to give him Dusty Girl's old sweaty shirt, because if we strip down Owen here, we'll see, well, all he's got is undershirt. So take the sword, take the shirt, put on your robe again, because really we need to stay PG-13 around here. And let's go to where we were told to go. I'm wasting a lot of time here, but it's because I enjoy this game. And 4 hours, I don't know if that's going to be super challenging or not. We'll just go for it. Why worry? It feels like even though you're going forward, you're strafing a bit in this game. It is awfully strange. Another great thing about this game, day and night passage. Might seem like a really small thing, but that wasn't all too common back in the early 90s. Granted, Castlevania Simon's Quest did it as well with the Curse of the Horrible Night. But let's face it, that game was a bit crap. Maybe I should play the redacted version, where apparently they fixed a lot of things, like the text actually moves at a decent pace. Excuse me. Jake, I've realized that I might have to go in 2 hours. Is that alright? That's fine. You guys have no decisions to make here. You're just going to slam into the enemy. Oh, don't you die again on us, Olwen. Okay, well, Owen's buckler took a smashing for him, but I think we had a backup. Bludgeon, dagger... There we go. Take the other buckler. I'm not in the business of getting you killed a second time. There we go. Owen got himself a new handbag. Spiders are deadly. They can poison you, which will just sap your health till you're dead. Thankfully, Owen, who now has the Sage's Ring, has leveled up and now knows healing. Okay, well, if that's the case, I'm going to make you equip that Sage's Ring, which gives you a +10 to something. I'm not exactly sure what. Everyone can equip a staff and a ring. Okay, we've reached the edge of the world here and we didn't find the castle. That's not so hot. Oh man, Dusty's buckler is broken beyond repair. She's gonna wish she hadn't given her spare over to Owen right now. Now, we don't have to kill all these enemies. I could just evade them, and if I was doing the experience bug, then I certainly would be. Oh, good lord, would you stop dying, monk? Okay, so we need to head north here. First, though, I want to touch on this thing right in front of us. I'm gonna save the game first, and then show you the magic of the decapitated cat head. If you bump into a grave, you get this laser-firing cat popping out of the ground. It has ripped the robe, it has ripped Nitro's metal cuirass, it's destroyed a buckler, it's destroyed Owen again. We killed it? That's unusual. Oh well, you know what? I'm gonna roll with that. Since killing those things at start game levels is unheard of. There are these things which we can't really hit since we don't have ranged attacks yet, so I'm just going to evade the fight. If you mash L and R, the enemies just bugger off. I don't know really why. So you're looking pretty good there, Nitro. I see Team Swole has done good things for you. We're at a bit of a disadvantage here, because it means we're not going to be leveling... Oh, well, Monk's dead. Oh well, this has become the story of Nitro and Dusty. Yes, Snarfu, it even says on the screen, this is the Super Nintendo version. So we were told to go to this castle, but troops have attacked. The castle is in ruins. Okay, they've captured some humans that were being sheltered. I thought the story said we were the last of the humans, but let's not get on Drakkhen's case for inconsistency here. Now, we are at the edge of the world here, thankfully, as long as we don't die here. Oh, hello! Wandering merchant man, of course, I have things to sell you. Unfortunately, all the things I have to sell are on our dead people, but we can sell... Weapons sell for the best money, and I'm going to need money. Dusty has nothing to sell. How about items? Just a torch and a couple of keys. I kind of want those. I'm going to buy a magic point file right now, unless you have a thief staff, which you don't. Alright, Dusty can enjoy that. They have some decent equipment here, but we can find better later on, and for free, so never mind. Wandering merchants are great, otherwise there's a specific unmarked place on the map where I have to go. Alright, what we're going to step into here is pretty awesome. Oh my. As long as we don't die here, because that would be embarrassing. Oh, excellent. Nitro got a defense ring. I'm not actually... Well, you can use it for now. Oh boy. See what I mean about... you can just get battles immediately after the ones before? And we're trying to menu navigate here. Oh... Dusty! Don't die on us. I said don't die on us. Wiped. That's a shame, because we've got some good equipment there. And that was actually me pausing to try to save, but the game will throw encounters at you even when you're in the menu. But like I said, dying isn't too much of a setback, so away with you. Well, on the bright side, we don't have to go to the Anak to revive everyone now. And I thought Dusty had it when she leveled up, but nope. Couldn't cut the mustard. Alright, so blah 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 blah. And now we get to ride the cool thing. Trust me, it's really cool. Let's rock out to this. Yeah, now, wasn't that something? What that did is transported us to the other side of the Earth area. The strip that we're in is the Earth, the one above it is water, above that is ice, I think? I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh well, gotta remember then I don't have that file that I just bought. Well, that's okay. Now I know those little snakes tend to kill you there, Owen, but don't die on us again. Dusty. Right, thankfully Owen knows how to heal, so let's get Dusty back on her legs. And sweet. She's learned Fireball as well, so we finally have a ranged attack. A pretty weak ranged attack, but well, at least we're flexible now. Wow. You guys are really going for it. And Nitro actually managed to find himself a light helmet. I would give it to Monk, but I quite like having Metal Man right here. Look at that. He's so swole. So we need to return back to the first castle we went to and inform them that things got real over in the east. I'm getting really frequent encounters even for this game. I've played this game so much in my childhood. I don't know why, I just really took to it. Fireball is really weak in this game? What madness is this? This is a spell that we got at level 3. Don't expect it to be amazing. Hope it's a wandering merchant. Excellent. Okay, so first off we're going to sell the extra stuff we have, which is, yeah, weapons never break, so if you have inferior weapons, just drop them. I will give Monk a sword. I mean, it's fun to just leave him with that crappy rod, but I do actually need a team that doesn't blow here. Ghost Staff is annoying, so I'm getting rid of it. It goes for good money as well. I like the Sage's Ring. Oh shoot, no! I exited the menu when I was trying to hit up buying stuff. Oh well, can't win them all. There is a merchant that I'm heading to anyway, so nothing really lost there, I guess. Give the short sword to Monk. And there we go, he can attack like the rest of us. Owen took quite a hit there. Now I have to check the menu very often. How am I going up? It told me I was heading east. Another one? Okay, excellent. Chainmail is really rare, so it's kind of fun to see that. Unfortunately, none of this is too great. I'm going to buy that file, though. Owen can have it. Otherwise, go away. And I will save. Okay, no, I won't. Thanks, game. It's trying to keep me uncasual. Now there is a road that takes you to an unmarked building here. I think it's just this. Another one? Good lord. He sells bow and arrow. I'm gonna buy that. Who wants a bow and arrow? I think I want to give it to Owen since he needs to level the most and it's really good for leveling. Lucky Staff is awesome, but what I really want is Thief's Staff. Oh, you have a dagger, right? Goodbye. And we might as well sell one of the short swords, we won't need it. I hope you're a good archer there, Owen. I tend to give the mage and the priest bows and arrows because it doesn't require you to be nearby to attack. But the bow and arrow works in a very strange way. That is to say, you shoot and you won't actually hit the enemy unless there is another one of your cohorts next to that enemy who will grab the arrow and stab it into them. Don't ask, because I won't tell. But really, I put it on Owen so we can level him up to level 6. Alright, so here we go. This is the inn. Ho ho, Princess Hordka has been snatched and is being taken away. They're taking her to the castle of Prince Drakkhen. Beware of Water Prince Drakkhen. He is dangerous and cruel. He's joined with the fire troops. And okay, these guys are selling the same stuff as before, but we have nothing else to sell really. Oh well, we got a shirt. 500 jade, and then yeah, fair enough. Okay, we've seen everything we need to see. Let's go and head up the castle. Really dragging my feet here. I should be well onto the second area by now. How did Mongolia go last night? Wonderfully. Oh god, not another one. Hey, don't go to that inn. They serve lousy drinks. Just kidding. Theirs is the best. It's south of this intersection. It's a new joint. Ah, oh wait. Go there when you got troubles. Hick, gulp, excuse me. But what could it all mean? I'm trying to save, and it just throws a random encounter at me. There we go. One arrow explodes a whole bunch of mice. Do it again. Ah, this time Dusty got it. So I don't mean to be rude, Dusty, but what's up with your face? It seems awfully not there. Feels a bit off earning like 300 jade from a battle when you sell one item and get 10,000 jade. But who am I to judge? Okay, I have to save here because there is a shark in this moat. And if you cross at the wrong time, it kills you. In one hit, no questions asked. Oh, we can get a replacement buckler for you here though. Ka-ching! Soon we'll get much, much better shields, but until then we have the crappy bucklers. We're going to revisit the room on the right because the items respawn after every exiting and... How did that happen? You're not meant to be able to land a hit unless someone else is next to them. That was a good shot. We're going to grab these weapons if only to sell them because we are going to need money this run. We're going to have to subsidize our lack of experience with buckets of dosh, and few things sell better than weapons. Excellent, that's what we need. Owen has also learned Fireball. And whilst we're here also, I would like... Dusty, use your unlock magic. The doors are opening. For all of 1 magic point. We're going to slay this guy again. Hopefully he'll give us a power helmet, a saber, or a medium coat or robe. The odds are low, but never tell me the odds. A key and a ghost staff. Ghost staff is nice, it sells for loads of money. Okay, so maybe I was mistaken. Maybe it's because I'm playing on the American version and I always used to play on the PAL version, which was bugged out. I used the PAL version on the 2 Hours of Hell run. It's really funny because it's got super spooky text in a couple of the dungeons. It's all bugged out, but it actually says your name. I gotta be careful of Owen getting too stacked up on items, so we'll make him drop the crap that he has, or maybe just give it away. Because as the one who's going to be nailing most of the enemies with the bow and arrow, he's going to be getting the bulk of the goodies. Okay, so he has made our bodies strong, that's the words he used. Which means we can now go north into the more dangerous territories. Thanks a bunch, buddy. I'm also going to grab this armor again. Like I said, it respawns whenever you leave and re-enter a place. First off, Monk is going to grab the Cuirass. How do you even pronounce that? And you'll take the Greaves. I think you can equip these. Yeah, you can get light Greaves. That's good. We don't need shoes anymore. Just drop them completely. And Monk can put on the Cuirass, which means you can give the leather to... We'll give it to Owen. Goodbye, shirt. Sorry, Dusty, but you're a lot more expendable than Owen is. Let's get out of here. Oh, let's have some fun with the shark. That's a nice thing about being able to save whenever, wherever. So, go feed the shark. You feed the shark as well. You just drown, and you feed the shark. And that's how the shark works. Don't mess with it, it is the strongest. Okay, I think this way is north. Avoid the blue on the map, it is water, it will just kill you. Many things in this game kill you. Now previously, if we had attempted to leave the Earth area, we would get pushed back whilst being told that our bodies are too weak. Well, they're not wrong, because the different areas have much stronger enemies. Not so much here in the water world, but coming up most certainly. A lot more water on the map here, but we can navigate it kind of easily. If you're over too much of the water, the game automatically pushes out your members and tries to drown them. From this point, we're not really limited where on the map we could go. We could go all the way down to the very bottom where the very strongest enemies are and get utterly ravaged, but slowly grind our way up with levels and equipment until, well, we can't be stopped. But the dungeons, or the castles, those you have to do in a certain order. And the game hints, or, well, actually it outright tells you which way to go. A large town called Hagar was here before. It's rumored that a resident sheltered an escaped human prisoner. As a result, the town was destroyed. No one lives here. Only I escaped. I am the sole survivor. Let me just teleport away. The game outright tells you where to go when it comes to castles, but it uses really strange terminology and names, so you are pretty clueless, especially if you're like 5 years old and playing this game with nary a clue of what to do. Okay, the sun's setting. I want to get to that castle. Hartos is asking how it's going. It's going good. Any day that I can play Drakkhen is a good day. So here's the castle. Ordinarily, the drawbridge would pop up. Yeah, like that. And you wouldn't be able to cross, and you'd wonder how. And then somebody in a nearby house will tell you only magic can unlock the drawbridge. So Dusty gets on that and we're allowed in. And now we are in the super creepy dungeon. Now, if you ever play the PAL version, boy is this place scary. But it's nice playing the US version because I can actually understand what's going on here. Wow, Monk finally leveled up. And come to think of it, I needed him on level 2. If we go to Monk and use his light magic, which also only costs 1 magic, we can now see. Which is going to be important in some rooms, because otherwise you have to use a torch. Nitro's about to die here, so Owen, please heal him minorly. Power helmet and a level and the spell of shield. Good job. Wait, who got the power helmet? Okay, unfortunately Owen and Dusty are unable to use helmets. They get robes instead. So we'll give it over to Monk. There you go. There's your own helmet. And we're going to drop the rubbish that we have. Swords are kind of nice. Shirt is unnecessary. And bludgeon also a bit rubbish. There we go. The color of hope is not always a sign of goodness. What could it mean? I have no idea. I think that door is locked, so Dusty. Cheers. You can bug out in this game, at least in the UK version, by standing on some of those pentagrams, where it just soft locks you. Alright, now if we go in this room here, we'll get access to some extremely good stuff for this time. Wow, heavy cuirass. That's incredible. We've been skimping on giving defensive equipment to Dusty though, so there you go. If we strip Dusty Girl here, there we go. She's feeling a bit underdressed in just a jacket, so we'll give her that. It is the best best plate mail we can give, I think. You can't use Dragon. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that's the best upper body equipment that we can give a mage. And we also have access to some decent shields now. We've got the light shield, and Nitro can have the heavy shield. Trying not to be biased with how I give out the equipment here. If we go into the SN room, I think you suffocate in this room because your health goes down and you get attacked by Dracula. Let's just kill Dracula and get out of here. We can get some backstory here if we read. If we read, there we go. Hack, hack, Drakkhen. Our fire troops joined with the air troops. Our joint forces now march against. If they come, whatever. Now, this room. No, not this room. Not this room either. The room coming up is the bugged room, where if you just stay in it, you will gain infinite experience points. But our good going, Nitro. You're on a roll now. Yeah, if you stay in this room, your experience just goes up every frame. So we're just going to leave immediately and go back in, and that cancels the bug. Awesome bug, but nope. Only happens the first time you enter the room. And whatever character you have active will gain experience every frame. Dusty must be feeling a bit antsy there. Get access to another decent heavy shield. Since we gave Dusty the heavy mail, we'll give it to Owen. There we go. And that means the buckler is now a bit rubbish. All equipment other than weapons can break. So even if you have the best equipment, it can still get busted. Now these things are difficult to kill. We're going to use the attack magic of strength on Nitro. Otherwise, I will be able to beat this thing. And I don't know what it is. Can you tell what it is? It said there's something at the back of the fireplace, but I don't know what that was. Fool, you've been trapped, haven't you? What? We got attacked by sentient fire. Okay, this is one of the points that would soft lock you on the PAL version. Phew. Alright, we're locked in here with a fire, so thankfully we have Dusty who can open that right up. Not using an exploit, who are you and what have you done with Jake? It's part of the stipulation of the challenge. For some reason, Lucky doesn't like it when I beat games with exploits, so he likes to put in stipulations about it. A big fireplace is in the room. At the far end, something remains unburned. Isn't it a bit dark that something living was tried to burn out and it survived and we're going in to kill it? That's the way I see it. I can't remember if you can play this game with 2 controllers. Maybe I should speak to Yagamoth and see if you can 1-player 2-controller this one. Alright, we need you to bulk up here, Nitro. Take out that thing. Wow, what a shot. Suddenly a dull sound echoes. Door seems to have opened somewhere. I don't know where. One shot. Okay, I thought there was a vial in this room, but I guess I'm wrong. You can sell empty files for dosh. Just a little, but it helps. I think we got another locked door here. Dusty has the keys, but why use that when we can use magic, which restores itself? That's what we need. I mean, need is a relative term, but money is going to be quite handy for us all game. So we've got some water here. Water is slowly running into the pool. Okay. Good to know. Looks a bit dungeony here though, doesn't it? These doors, however, do not open. Okay, this room is super exploitable because of the way your character's path. Look at how our priest Owen is moving. He can't actually get to the point where he wants to stand by default, so he runs around like that. If you are active on him and don't push anything, he's going to run into that that coffin thing, and that triggers a monster. And then your AIs go and beat the crap out of it. And then he tries to get back to his position, which he can't find because there's that pillar in the way. And then he runs back into the coffin. This is another kind of exploit. It's a bit slow, and you could just run into it anyway and murder these ghosts constantly. It also drops some half-decent items. But, well, I used to leave my Super Nintendo running overnight, and since they would just kill this thing constantly, I would get my people leveled up super well. But it's an amazingly good grinding spot because these enemies don't really pose any threat, and they keep dropping equipment for you that you can sell. I think they drop long swords sometimes. I'm gonna beat them up a little bit in the hope that I get a long sword. I guess I'll just ditch my short swords onto Monk. He's not doing anything of any use. They also drop the staffs, which sell for good money. And like I said before, we're going to need money for this run. I shouldn't need to kill too many of them, but I do want Nitro at a decent level, since if anybody's going to be able to tank a lot of damage, it needs to be him. Okay, maybe they don't drop long swords. I might be mistaken. At the very least, though, we are getting decent levels on, or decent experience for Nitro and Owen, who are the most important here. Dusty Girl has served her purpose by opening a few doors. Otherwise, Nitro needs to tank some damage. There we go, health up to 77, strength looking good too. And there are some spells that I really want Owen to learn here. I need him to learn Antimatter and Speed. And looking at it, he knows only Fireball. Okay, one more level and then Owen will know Speed. Now this is nothing compared to the infinite experience exploit, which would have had us do all this several times over by now. I also need to be a bit stronger to do the other parts of this dungeon, since it can get pretty ugly. Speaking of getting pretty ugly, even at this level, Nitro's getting bashed to bits. Now, I don't know how the experience works in this game. I mean, look at how the damage works in this game. I just dealt 1 damage to it with that hit. And Owen is sometimes doing 1, he's sometimes doing 14. Okay, he's learned Speed. I think we're done here. Which means Owen doesn't really need that bow and arrow anymore. I'm going to give it to Dusty. So Dusty can equip that, and Owen can get his sword ready again, and we'll carry on. Lowolo Shako is asking what the punishment game is for losing. The punishment game is decided after I lose, because I roll it randomly from a list using random.org. Okay, thank God I thought the game soft-locked there. That would be an awful waste of time. Okay, the monk still has the effect of light. I need to choose 1 brave soul to carry on through here, and congratulations, Owen, you are that brave soul. If you look at this thing, there is some kind of water there. Looks like a little well there, but I see a face with some horns. You're transported to another place the moment you touch the water, and now we're drowning. Awesome, I'm glad I know Heal Minor. And we're being attacked by sentient water, so let's get out of here before we're dead. A prisoner has come to ask for your assistance. Oh, please get me out of here. Well, I can't see diddly, so we're going to need to go back to good old not useless monk here. And you can also try to touch this thing. Maybe you can defeat the sentient water. No, this is foolish. I'm almost dead. There we go. Okay, so since Monk knows light, we can see inside here. Let's just push this button. Let's push this button. There it is. The iron bar is opened. I'm saved. Too bad, but just before Princess Hordka was captured, she was taken to Prince Nakta's castle. I don't know where it is, but ask her younger brother, Prince Drakkhen. His castle is in the northeast. He may know. After telling you this, the princess quickly runs away. Now, on the PAL version, you can't see any of that. It's all just gibberish text and loads of Chinese. So, once you do that, and you don't even know to push that switch, because it doesn't tell you there's a prisoner or anything, and you can't see the switch unless you light the place up. You're insolent, okay. Well, you're dead. Okay, sweet. I've learned teleportation. Funny thing about Monk, he has too few magic points to use teleport for a long, long time. Okay, goodbye, buckler. I like the long sword, so we're keeping that. Take the curious. There we go. We're looking pretty defendable now. I'm gonna drop the crappy light one and grab the greaves as well. And now Monk is a whole lot better kitted out than our good friend Nitro. However, Nitro is a lot better leveled. Of life and death. The source. Yeah, makes sense to someone, but not me. Don't be so scared of that. Get yourself a new pair of boots there. Come on, Monk. It's got 4 legs, it's practically a pony. I like how the attacking, it's always just the sound of pots and pans getting beaten about. And there we go, for some reason that was also the exit to the place. So we made it, we're out of here. Might as well save, because that was a dangerous place. Not so much for dying, but for soft locking. Owen, you now know speed. You are now who we main in this. Look at him go. Whee! We are so much faster now, it's unreal. This will be cancelled if I use a bow and arrow, if I use magic, if I step into water. That is, if any character steps into water. So we were told to go northeast. We're now in the air region, which is super cold. Reminds me of home. People are asking what's up with Perfect Dark. I haven't actually thought what to do with Perfect Dark yet. Oh shoot, I don't want to smack into that thing. I might load it up again at some other point and give it the last couple hours and see what happens. I mean, I would just fail it though, that game is so hard on Perfect Agent. Alright, it's soon going to be nighttime and that'll be pretty dangerous. Also, okay, I was going to say encounters seem to have stopped. Now we fight the Thing when we're up here. He drops power equipment, which is pretty awesome. But I want to make sure that everybody has space for things right now. Even if it means dropping decent stuff. That'll do. You might even drop hyper stuff, but I'm not sure. So equipment goes light, medium, heavy, power, hyper, dragon. That's from weakest to strongest. Wow, this guy is fantastic, forely strong. There we go. At least he gives us the gold. Okay, there are these. I don't enter them often, but you can go to these little houses. And then it looks pretty comfy, doesn't it? Princess Natka, Lord of the Air, is held by the fire troops, the same one who raised her castle. Great ice barrier in the west. Leave. This place swarms with spies and the guards look for you. Oh, okay. Hate to infringe on your little igloo there, buddy. But we were told we have to go to this north... Was I told to go to northwest or northeast? Well, it doesn't matter. We're going this way anyway. Wooden merchant. Ah, damn. Go east, proceed south, and then east some more. Thank you. We'll get right on it. Now we're almost an hour deep already. I wouldn't really say I've done a quarter, but depends on your measurements really. Because our party is still pretty weak. And yeah, as you can see, still getting beaten up here. But it's clobbering time, so we'll take him out. I wonder if they were proud of what they'd made when they finished this game. It brought me plenty of happiness. So we were told to go south at the next junction. Oh, not again. There are quite a few different monsters here, and we're just running into the thing over and over again. But anything's better than the pots and pans man who climbs out of the ground and shoots you with magical eye beams. Because that guy, oh, he will shred through your equipment like it's not even there. Yes, Power Cuirass. We will use that. We could try and defeat this thing, but it tends to be a waste of time. Nah, getting out of here. It's not worth the investment. I don't think those things ever drop anything. And they love to rip through your own equipment. So you said south then east, right? This guy's a scrub. And for that he's dead. Excellent, we made it. Oh, shoot! Fight or flight, fight or flight. This guy will probably kill us. I gotta get out of here. He just looked at Owen and ripped his robe off. So Owen's looking a little more defenseless. We'll get saved. And I also think I'm gonna need to give him the Power Cuirass. He's too important to... wait, you had it, didn't you? There we go. It's a lot more defense on you. Goodbye, leather. Because poor Owen here can't wear a helmet, so he doesn't get the defensive bonus from that. Soj wants to say, I'm halfway through your MLP run last night. Thanks for the streaming, it was really good. Yeah, well... I guess you should thank Monk. He made the bet and beat me at it. You came too late. No, you come too late. I, Drakkhen, are now master of this castle. My castle has been already raised by the fire troops. Then it sank below a surface of a sea of frozen blood. The battle was like a muddy swamp. I hid. It's safe here now, but my sister wishes to slay. Steal gems, dispose of gatekeepers, yeah. What you're probably telling me is that I need to head over to the west. I'll get on it. I am your god slayer. Sentient water? Not a problem. At least we get some nice soothing music here. And it's great that we know speed, because this would take twice as long. Traipsing through. And every one of these faux 3D objects slows the game down a wee bit. Alright. Oh, wow. He punched Nitro's helmet clean off his face. All while the monk is sitting there awfully smug because he's wearing his power helmet and they don't get punched off so easy. Dusty Girl's buckler broke, but it was better breaking that than breaking Dusty Girl herself. Dusty doesn't have much of a face left, but she probably wants to protect it. Smitty, I feel sorry for you here. You're saying this is your first time catching a stream live. No one does it like you do. Never stop being greedy. I would never dream of it. Greed is a way of life. Okay, so I don't think there are too many threats in this castle, so let's just do it. Great music, though. Yeah. So fire, earth, air, and water. Pop the air one. Pop the air one. You know what, let's fight a monster instead. Get the wrong one on purpose, and... okay, we just have to fight Hunchback of Notre Dame. Not a problem. Now this whole dungeon frequently confuses me. I don't know what to do or where to go in it, but I usually just luck out in the end. Come on, drop me something good. I'll take War Ring or a medium coat. Oh, actually I need a medium robe right now. Shoes are one of the worst items in the game. There is almost no situation in this game where you could ever need a pair of shoes. Because you start with 2 pairs of shoes and 2 boots. Boots are stronger than shoes, and you can get greaves for free at the very start of the game. So, no thanks. Hello. A secret told is one no more. The mystery left is only one's own. Okay. All he said is hack hack Drakkhen, and Dusty just decides to murder it. Okay. However, Dusty has learned antimatter, which is pretty important. There's a lever, alright. Clunk. Clunk. There's no good guides on this game, so I have no idea which button does what, and I never did when growing up. As such, I never properly learnt it because I have the memory of a frying pan. Oh. Telling you now, shoes are useless. A true Swedish Jake would do his giveaways on time. Actually, I'm waiting for Monks and Mystics. I'm gonna give that away. Lots of story, not sure we care about any of it, but we'll kill and keep moving. This is Princess Nakka's room. It is richly decorated. With what? A bedside table, but no bed. Okay, well, we got Lucky's staff. Who deserves luck? Who's the luckiest sod we have here? Well, Monk won his bet, so I guess he's pretty lucky. Oh, you have another lucky staff as well. Better give that to Little Ottle Black Bottle, Little Ottle you. Oh, you also have a... Jesus. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, Nitro doesn't have space for it. I need to find a merchant and ditch a lot of my stuff then. To the High Priest following the Primordial God's Offering. Give me Hordka's gem. It is my brother's gem to princes. Yeah, okay. Oh no, 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 no. That guy just slaughters you. He casts Paralysis, which also passively hurts you. And he rips your armor to shreds and just generally causes a lot of bad things. Wow, 3 shoes in a row from these guys. Or was it 4? That's really unlucky. When will you start speedrunning Drakkhen? I actually saw Drakkhen speedrun. It took about 35 minutes. I was pretty impressed. But it's such an RNG heavy run that I'd have no interest in doing that. I'm going back the way I came, haven't I? What have I missed? I feel like I'm going in circles here. We went up and right here before and check this thing, but apparently it's not unusual. I feel like there's a song in that. Well, we'll beat up this guy again. Maybe he'll give us something other than some shoes. Money's always good. Did you ever play the old Ratchet and Clank games? I did not. They didn't look that interesting to me. I think the buttons that I pressed earlier opened up a door. Because I need to go into some kind of basement here, if I recall well. Yes, yes, secrets. This room I'm pretty sure is a trap. I'm gonna send in Nitro alone. There we go. You can't open the door from within. There must be a switch to open it, but the switch must be in another room. Okay. So what I did was I soloed Nitro out into that room. I'm sure he sees the funny side. Right, here we go. Now we mean business. It is Hypercurus. This is the best thing that you can get at this point. Light greaves are of no interest to us, but this... Now we look pretty cool. Better drop one of these swords. Because we're going to pick up another one. And what kind of shield is this? Power shield. Yoink. Just drop this pathetic light shield. And grab the power shield. Dusty is looking a little ill-prepared when it comes to shields, so you can have the other one. I really need to find a merchant and sell all this garbage that I have. Wait, you can't equip the power shield? That's news to me. I'm pretty sure you can take the heavy shield, though. Okay, well, give power shield over to Owen. Owen can also not equip it. Well, damn, I feel like a fool for dropping the light shield. Oh well, we can pass that power shield on to Nitro when we're reunited. Meanwhile, we'll just slot... Oh, nice, another heavy Curus. Except it's no longer necessary since we already found one. Oh no, 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 thank you. Right, get that door opened ASAP, because we are leaving. Such a relentless attack by these creatures. But we will see this through. Nice to see Monk really pulling his weight there. Yeah, those action platformers never really did it for me. So I saw the likes of Ratchet and Clank and just couldn't get excited. Okay, oh, and you're getting slaughtered here. Didn't Dusty learn any healing magic? Okay. Dusty should learn healing and be better at it soon, but not right now, I guess. Okay, had enough of these guys. Oh, doors are locked. Get on that, please. Relentless. Yeah, I almost wish Nitro was here. He can really land a punch. Thief's Staff would save quite a bit of time if I equipped our priest with it. Because we run so quickly through everything, we wouldn't have to stop to pause. Seek the 8 spells hidden in the hearts of the riddles. Carved into the stone coffins buried in the tombs below. Okay. You arrive at what seems to be a hot spring bath. The pool seems to be full of carnivorous fish. Wonderful. Okay, there's a blind guy here and he'll give us a massage apparently. You stink like a human. Well, he's armless, so we'll just leave him be. We can find one of those and fight them later, but I think that's down in the fire area. Nothing unusual, just, you know, coffin in the middle of a room. Pat's gotta die. From your humble servants, yeah, okay. There's no door there, but apparently it's locked. It's so good that we got Dusty here. If we didn't, we'd have a lot of trouble with these doors. Alright, we found Princess Hordka. She is confined in this pretty spacious room. I don't know what she's doing. She's like banging her breast and scratching her arse. Well, to each their own. How's it going? Thanks for your help. I'm Princess of the Earth Hordka. Believe in the 9th tier. I am one of its members. One more thing. The tiers you seek are the gems that we wear in our foreheads. If the primordial gods call, you must gather all of the gems. I'll give you mine. Okay, so we need to go to the center of the swamp, apparently. Yeah, I'll believe that. So we have one of the gems. Great. Let's get out of here. Might as well take this moment to rearrange as well. You got your helmet knocked off, so take a light one and a powerful shield. Power shield and light helmet. There we go. Metal Man is back on track. And yeah, I got another Hyper Cuirass as well, so you can drop your light Cuirass. To be honest, you look better like that. But here you go. Now it's getting... Oop. There we go. It's getting a bit hard to tell you apart. Alright, let's go. But I'd rather visit the merchant first. I would never normally dream of doing that in a run where I can use the experience bug. But I cannot, so I'm gonna have to subsidize everything with money right now. Then again, I could do 4 first. No, I want to drop what I've got. Oh, Nitro, trust me, I'm looking forward to seeing the effects of Team Swole on you. Let's keep it going. Oh, or not. Oh, bollocks. Right, you're dying. I've had better runs. Just want to kill that guy, but he had different ideas. Okay, there's very little that Dusty can do alone with a bow and arrow, since it does rely heavily on other characters grabbing the arrows and stabbing it into the enemies. Whew. Okay, so we got almost team wiped. We got something worse, in fact. We got team equipment destroyed. But Dusty is pretty strong. She drags 3 of her dead comrades halfway through the world to the Anak. Good thing treatment is free. Imagine if this was SMT. Now, I'd like to say they come back stronger, but they really don't. What do you have to say? I saw you coming in a vision. Ugh. Alright, so like I said, we're a bit more stripped down for equipment. That's all the more reason that we should go and visit the Merchant Man. Because you died and came back to life, we need to recast speed. Costs 18 magic. Which is not trivial, but with our magic management we'll be fine. And if we ever find pots and pans, man, we're staying away again. That was too dangerous. I just wanted to fight and defeat him, but he's so strong. I know, knows what I'm talking about. Oh, Dusty got a buckler. We're actually going to need that right now. You hit A to open your menu, but sometimes you open menu and also end the battle at the same time, so you just walk away without actually using the menu. Alright, merchant time. Let's go and tool up. I like the music in here. They're talking. Rely on Princess Hagka. She can be trusted. The priest's words are for you. Gems or tears. Escape quickly. There's nothing more to say. What? This game doesn't make a whole load of sense. Oh, you still have a heavy shield. Gonna need that. Helmet. Nah, you have no need for that. Nor that short sword. Heavy cur, maybe? No, 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 no. I want that other Hypercurus. Didn't realize I got a war ring. I'm pretty happy with that. So we got a lot of stuff to sell here, especially that ghost staff. Ghost staffs are just annoying. Earth staff is kind of nice. I want another file though for Dusty, and I want another file for Dusty, and I want another file for Owen. Hyper helmet, hyper greaves, hyper shield, saber. All very tempting. How much money we got? 88,000. Hyper helmet doesn't seem worth it. Hyper greaves are kind of maybe worth it. I'll get a couple of them. I'm going to revisit though, because they tend to have 2 or 3 pools of items. Heavy shield and hypergreave +2. That's kind of nice. And a +1. There we go. Looking a lot better now. But what I really need out of them is some coats and robes. Medium robe, hell yes. Medium coat, also hell yes. Heavy cuirass, not so convinced. Files are another 10,000, but I'm pretty much out. But I'll get another one, because what use is money? The music almost sounds like Song of Storms. Well, this one came a lot earlier. Alright, I'm curious. Can you wear heavy cuirass? No, you cannot. Oh well. At least you get medium robe, which I think looks amazing. And there we go. We'll look a lot better. Dusty still hasn't found her face, but whoever truly does in life. Alright, gonna ditch that heavy cuirass, save, and keep moving. It's a shame that we lost so much equipment, but we kind of got it back, if at the expense of money, if at the expense of a lot of money. Let's go. I need to head up, well, north and east, and we're going to go and get the best weapons in the game. And the best armor in the game, because why not? Another buckler, I know who wants that. The bucklers are not very fitting with our much better equipment. Oh, but Dusty learning healing, that is great. That we've wanted for a while. Jake, your second character looks like Deus Vult, Jesus. I was always really drawn to the fact that you had your characters show up in this game. Also to the point that you could strip them down, I really enjoyed that as well. Alright, so I need to head mostly east here. How are we doing on a timer? Only 1¼ hours down. The trouble is the late game monsters are extremely powerful. But with a bit of luck, we should be able to blow through them. There's deeper meanings to my words there. Oh boy, this guy. He drops great stuff, but... Oh. Okay, so that is an extremely intimidating and difficult monster, and Dusty one-shots it with the damage of 122, when Dusty normally does about 1 to 4 damage to regular scrubs. That's how random this game's damage is. And then there's this guy. Shoes again? Madness. Okay, here we go. New castle to check out. Fortunately, if I recall well, it's a friendly one. And how does it go? Touch my sign. Left is air, right is water. We'll learn the water place, so ka-chunk. And we're gonna need some light here. Help us out, Monk. Monk knows teleportation, but it costs like 40 or more magic. He only has 8 magic points maximum, I think. There's Dusty's buckler. And look at that, Dusty's doing like 3 damage per hit. And earlier you did over 100. You've never seen such a horse. The castle ruler has strange tastes. You can't actually fight this thing. I don't know why you put it in the game. It's here for this and this only. Ah, I wish I had thief staff. It's a nice day, but our studies leave us little time to enjoy it. I envy your freedom. You just take it easy. I have slaughtered so many of your kind. Fat green loincloth man. Feel sorry for him. What did he do to deserve 4 people coming in and just stabbing him to death? The bucklers we don't care terribly much about. The power helmet we do though. You're gonna die for that. Power helmets are pretty good. They've just been punched off over our head a few times now. Dusty, gonna need some of that healing touch. Cheers. There's not terribly much benefit to cleaning out the area like this, other than getting experience and money, and items as well. But I quite like the exploration, because when I play this I tend to just beeline to the points that I need to be at. But if you go down enough into this place, I think there's an optional enemy. There we go. Horrible beast is deep in the castle. If you are brave, seek it out. Are you that beast? Of course not. Alright, please heal... well, everyone really. Would have thought the monk has higher max health than that, but I would think wrong. Have you read the book written by our respected leader, Mesrathon? It's difficult. You think I'm going to read something difficult? Oh, you I'm not fighting. That is not the dangerous beast, but it is certainly dangerous. Okay, I think we're here. See, all the doors we find that are locked, if we had thief staff, we would just be blitzing right through them. Oh no. Stop, don't go any further. It's my duty to prevent anyone from entering this room. Whoa! Oh, okay, well you failed. Wait, you caught the magician. Now the magician is dying. Okay, magician made it. Heal thyself. How is this game even related to Super Drakkhen? Same kind of overworld? Oh man, there's a way to open this by pushing these buttons in a certain order. 2, 8, 4, 4. Okay, I have no clue. I can just guess this though, because I'm good at guessing. Alright, well I can do this systematically, I guess. Or maybe somebody will know the password for me. I just want to beat up this this monster. Nah, forget doing things systematically. I'll just guess for a while. 2, 2. I think there's a book hidden in the area which tells us this. We'll get it eventually, right? There we go. Now to get stack wiped. A giant fat dragon blocks our way. I'll take care of you. Couldn't help but notice we're doing no damage to this thing. Oh boy, he hurts. Boy, does he hurt. Alright, take point. We're gonna need some magic on our side here. Nitro, it's time to buff up. Okay, that was the last we saw of Owen. What's our prize? Short sword, that's a bit rubbish. Power Cuirass, we already have better than that. Light Greave is a bit rubbish as well. Well, Nitro managed to lift what Owen could not. Oh dear. Okay, he won't attack us if we don't give him any back talk. We got some decent money out of that creature though. It was like 4,000 jade. And then we find short swords which sell for thousands anyway. Something is a bit off with it. But alright, this whole branch of the castle has been optional. Like, super optional. It doesn't even benefit you much. That kind of experience and money we could have gotten just from a few other random encounters. And selling equipment. But it was nice to go exploring for a bit, because this is one of the few castles that actually has much exploring to be done. The very first one does. You can go deep into the cellar part, and it has nothing. Like, really nothing there for you. So, Jake, you killed Owen for nothing? That's one way of putting it. It's also the correct way of putting it. It's about the journey, not the lack of reward. Alright, but there is one thing I'm going to need to do with Nitro. Power Curse is not going to be any good to us, I don't think. I can't remember if Nitro lost his or not. Point is, it doesn't really matter. You need to drop those shoes, drop the drop the rod. Drop the short sword too. And equip the buckler. A bit of defense beats no defense. Jake, can you raise the dead? Well, actually, the priest can learn resurrection. But the priest is currently dead. Okay, I would love to destroy the fire troops. Ah, now we've got some rippling clear water that doesn't appear to be full of meat-hungry fish. Excellent, here we go. This is the way we should have gone. You came to Drakkhen Island to save the humans. Well, yes. Welcome, humans. I am Hadka. I reign over water. I lead members of the 9th tier. Horka came the other day and spoke to me of you. I'm pleased that I'm able to help you. The threat hanging over your world is New Genesis and very grave. We need everyone to battle the Prince of Fire. Help me. Otherwise, they'll join forces. This is all sounding quite strategic here. I'll give you this weapon, alright? Now, if you speak to them a few times, they will keep giving you that weapon. Notice that the first weapon we got was some armor, so thanks for that. But still, I can't really fault you for giving me the dragon sword, which is extremely powerful. Gonna give it away to Monk. I'm gonna drop the hyper curse since that's no longer useful for us. Gonna drop the short sword because ditto. And I'm gonna talk to you some more. Yeah, keep giving me the goodies, please. There's actually a limit to it. In fact, I think we have hit that limit. But if we get a couple of dragon swords, that's not too shabby. They're the strongest weapon, well, the strongest melee weapon in the game. And I don't think we get any more, do we? No, no, and no. Maybe you would have given more to Owen if he wasn't dead. I seem to remember getting multiple dragon curses off of you, but, well, very dead. All 8 of the dragons have gems. Some will give them up peacefully, some will certainly not. Now, what she was telling us is to go back to the first person who actually gave us the strength to tour the world and go and rip them to shreds. Let me tell you how not easy that's going to be. We're at like level 5 to 7. Oh, it's this guy again. Dusty, you think you can one-shot it? Okay, no, we're at level 5. We should be at like level 10 to 15 if we want to be able to take on this next one. 100 damage from Dusty. Wow. I just got here. Can someone explain the game real quick? No, this game makes no sense. Tour the world, destroy dragons to save the humans from extinction. Okay, I don't want to go to the air here. I'm so bad at orienteering. I actually did an orienteering challenge once. I was so hopeless. This guy is so different to pots and pans, man. Okay, the monk has leveled up to level 4 and also learned Unlock. Sorry, Dusty, but unless you keep getting the one-shots, you are now surplus to requirement. Reverse Helk, then. Helk makes loads of sense. It's one of the best things I've read in recent times. Frame rate's really chugging now, because there's a lot of things to render. Also, it's nighttime. Also known as dangerous time. Monsters can come from the sky and tear us a new one. Where's the Anak? Oh man, this handle's like a forklift. That's it. Alright, excellent. Owen is back in action. Again. Oh, he kept his robes. That's good. So I'll save up since everyone's alive and well. And Owen, we need some speed from you. And levels 5, 6, 5, 4. Average level of 5, and we're going to deal with one of the main bosses of the game. Let's do it. Because the handling is bad as Resident Evil. Resident Evil handling isn't bad. It adds to the tension. It's fantastic. Jake, does the equipment have some sort of durability stat, or does it just break randomly? It breaks randomly. Crap equipment breaks more likely, or is more likely to break, and I think bucklers are more likely... Well, bucklers and shields are more likely to break if you do take a damage breaking hit. I don't know how it all works under the hood. This is just from decades of experience, because we got this game shortly after release, because it very promptly went into the bargain bin in the local Virgin... Was it Virgin store? Well, I don't think it was Virgin then. Whatever shop Virgin took over. But yeah, it was in the bargain bin there. And hey, getting Super Nintendo games for like a tenner? Amazing. Alright, where? Okay, we passed you by. I wonder if I'm in a position to destroy you yet. Oh, nice shot, Dusty. We want more of that, please. Great. It's very difficult to hit those things. Not difficult as in as a player, it's difficult. Difficult as in the RNG might eventually let you make that shot. Speed makes it easier to cross that bridge. So you don't have a lot of time while the shark is making its moves. Not going to waste too much time in here because there's a good chance we're just going to die anyway. Now, files. I think I gave 2 to Dusty. No, 3 to Dusty and 2 to you. You know what? Dusty can have 4. Go up and pay the first person we met another visit. Great shot. Gonna grab a key while I'm here because quite often I run into doors and it saves a bit of time on unlocking. Alright, you. We got some unfinished business. How dare you return without my permit? For that you die. Ha ha ha. Dusty killed it in 1 hit? Okay, that guy should punch the lights out of my entire team with no effort. That just goes to show how random damage is here. Killed it in 1 shot for 60 odd damage. Amazing. Simply amazing. And we got a handy thing on top of that. Okay. Fire phase does indeed come first. That can't be right. Remember when you said I'd rendered Dusty surplus to requirement, Jake? Yeah, Monk, you need to learn to pull your weight here. Okay, now the person up in the water area said return to them once we slaughtered them, because now, if I open the correct menu and actually go in the correct direction... we now have 2 of the 8 gems we need. I think it's 8. Soon we're going to be strolling into the fire area, and the fire area is far from a joke. Oh no, stumbled into water. That slows us down. Thankfully we're maxed out on magic anyway. It's a shame that Owen dies so much, because we need his speed ability to actually get through this game at any reasonable pace. Loalo Shako says, changing the date in EU4 and then changing back removes a bunch of ottoman cores. That causes so many bugs. It's a problem with the Clausewitz. And it's the cause of so many bug reports we get in. I'm tempted just to stop the game from starting if you move it back and forth, because fixing it is... Alright, Dusty now knows paralysis as well. And Nitro has leveled up, and I forgot, Nitro has a war ring, right? Ka-ching. I'm also going to give the other war ring to, I guess, Monk, since he also brings the pain. It's one of the disadvantages of speed. You run into trees quite a bit, and it's difficult to navigate around them. What are these meant to be anyway? Are they like broken down pillars? Out of my way, I'm trying to look at broken things. Oh, power helmet. Yeah, I mean these little things in the ground. Oh, what's kind of funny, if I can get it just right, is you can turn around on them and then they'll appear and make you bump backwards like that. Yeah, I played this game so much as a kid that I found little things like that. Who found the power helmet? Dusty's grabbing everything here. Oh, yes, a saber. It's the second best sword. We already have the dragon sword, which is the best, but we only have 2 of them, and getting more of them is a huge pain. So, saber goes to Owen. And short sword is now useless. Also, look at that saber, it's pretty classy. I bet it's the kind of thing that the Sultan used. Got a longsword, which I don't think we've found at all thus far, but saber is better. Dusty's just cleaning up. It's very admirable. So apparently we're glorious because we one-shotted one of the main bosses of the game. That just still makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, my expectation was that I would be stumbling over that boss for quite a while, and I'd still be there now. Yes, blah, 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 blah. You got more stuff for me? Okay, you're telling me to head to the desert. She's a member of our allied forces. Go down to the castle in the southwest. See if she is well. My prince, or the prince leading my troops, must be somewhere in the desert. Yeah, I hear you, but where's my power armor? Not to be seen. Oh well. Goodbye, short sword. I'll save the long sword because those sell for boon dollar. Otherwise, we're out of here. One disadvantage of my team is we're sorely lacking shields. We have 2 bucklers and a heavy shield. I mean, I guess if I had the money I could buy some more. Alright, let's get to it. Well, remember when I said we had a heavy shield? Wow, that damage on Nitro. Intense. I should know a lot more spells by now, but because I haven't really been grinding up my levels, we don't know them. Heal Major would be one of them. Heals a lot more than Heal Minor. And I would love to know Resurrection, but for another day. Alright, we are now going to go to the most dangerous part in the game, which is Desert. Desert can spawn any of the hardest enemies in the game. Dragons, the Screeching Dragons, the I Love You monster, that giant monster that we fought in the basement dungeon. It can spawn some pretty harmless guys as well. It can spawn the mummies. It can spawn... I'm kind of tapping out of my Drakkhen knowledge at this point. Let's just go there and find out what the game has for us. We're still technically inside the Earthland, so I'm going to save. Let's go for it. I wonder how well Owen may learn Resurrection if he dies again. I don't even know at what level Owen would learn Resurrection, but it would never be soon enough. Okay, we're lucky so far, no encounter. Oh, okay. Okay, this is another harmless guy. It's just... well, I say harmless, he's just breaking our stuff. His nudity gives him strength. There we go. Jake, how come you're so familiar with Drakkhen? I had it as a child and I actually really enjoyed this game. Because I have impeccable taste in video games. Okay. Fortunately, the Anak is quite close as well. Oh, Christ. This is the I Love You guy. In the PC version, he actually yells, I love you. Amazing, he's dead, and he gave us nothing for our troubles. Fairly ripped through our cloth armor, though. The robe is gone, the many things are gone. Okay, so this place just closes up and we can't get in. Might as well save here. Actually, isn't it a little strange that the I Love You guy ripped off all of our clothes? Especially our lower clothes? I'm not trying to get at anything here. This is meant to be Nintendo safe for work, but just saying it happened. Now what I have to do is hang around until dawn. There should be a house here that explains that. Maybe that tent. Oh yeah, monsters from the sky can spawn. And stack wipe you. And stack wipe you. Okay. Let's try that again. Hopefully with a lot more success. We're going to visit the two houses and speak to them because we can't progress until dawn anyway. And it's like midday right now. Only fools try to approach Princess Hazuka's closed castle. When morning dew falls, then the gate will open slightly. Well, thanks for that. Nice tent. Doesn't look as comfy as the air areas. Those igloos were platinum comfy. I'm gonna hang around the Anak because I feel that our people are going to die some more. Oh no, you just go away. In the desert area, that's the only time when sky monsters can spawn without being from the constellations. Alright, that's the Anak. But there should be a house nearby here as well. Not again. Oh, there goes Owen again. Oh boy. Yeah, that's desert area monsters for you. Truthfully, I don't have to do any of this. All I really have to do is hang around here, and monsters don't spawn when you're adjacent to an area. To a building, rather. But I want to go and speak to that other house, because I can't remember what they say. Sometimes you can phase through the trees, which is quite nice. Music is pretty nice, though. They did a good work on that. And south. And not that kind of south. There we go. Terrible, the fire troops came here and razed all. They even slew all the women and children. Oh, I'm liking these fire troops. Can we switch sides? Alright, night is almost upon us. Now, if you get an encounter and the music continues... where's that Anak? Alright, nail it. Nail it to the ground. Show it our love. Oh dear. Alright, Dusty, you think you can drag 3 dead bodies all the way to the Anak? You're gonna have to. Gonna have to. Whew. Oh man, alone I'm not even sure I can take this guy down. Nope, not happening. Oh, we gotta slowly drag ourselves over to the Anak as well. It's okay, just follow this road up and it's so close. Whew. In we get. I'm just shocked at the I love you guy ripping off all of our bottoms. I mean, Dusty got to keep her boots at the very least. But Monk was stripped down to his helmet and his briefs. What even is he wearing there? Oh no, away you go. Oh no, not the chorus. We needed that. Those are pretty rare and I sold the only other one I had. There is actually a medium chorus in the game. It's the rarest item the rarest item I can think of. Alright, it's nighttime now. What is that? Whatever it is, it needs to go away. When I played the 2 Hours of Hell, I believe I just camped outside of the castle, which is the safest thing to do, but I want to have some fun with the enemies. Right, there we go. As soon as it's dawn, we're going to hit that place up. Till then, we get to enjoy what the game has for us, which is excellent music. And more of Blanca, which I think is a name he earned in the chat there. Oh, wonderful. At least Owen gets to wear some clothes. Wait, oh, it's a coat. Dusty. Naked, no longer. Still no face, though. It's tragic. I want that music back, though. What a heroic looking team. So you can just chill out to the music and oh god, no. Okay. I'm gonna put that down as acceptable losses. I don't think we need light magic where we're going. And Dusty knows unlock. I could have bought some hearts which can resurrect people. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, sun's coming up, and we got the heavy helmet, another fairly rare item, but it beats light helmet. Chunk. We're living on a prayer here. Almost there. You sure you don't know resurrection? Yeah, figures. Well, you know speed, and that's good enough for me. Oh, that one looks angry. Fortunately, the game is pretty lax with allowing you to avoid encounters. If you just mash hard enough, they go away. Usually pretty fast. Please no. No! Okay, well. 2 it is then. Oh no. I don't have long to get in there. Go away. Alright, we're pretty naked, but we're going in. You see only corpses all about the room. No, we don't see much here. So, we've got underleveled Nitro and naked Dusty Girl. Well, naked isn't quite right. She's got her boots on. Corpses have been eaten by dragons. Doors have been bashed in. There's blood everywhere. Okay, well, we don't have the monk Human Torch on our side. Nor do we have a Speedy Gonzales. Maybe give Nitro's gear to Dusty. Actually, dead people can't be looted. Do you have anything that you can put on? Just a long sword. And you can't wear helmets. Stink of carrion. Well, I hope you're really, really good with that bow and arrow, because we gotta go and take down one of the other really hard bosses here, if my memory serves. Desolation everywhere. Jake, my girlfriend said to wait being a whiner and go kill something. What? Well, you actually did say wait. Okay, what do we have here? Princess Hazolka lies limply on her throne. She is motionless. A spear has pierced her heart. Her forehead gem is gone. You hear Drakkhen's voice and footsteps coming from the next room. Well, good thing we have Master of Unlocking. Oh, you've got the gem. I must attack you. You feel a bit stronger than normal. There we go. Prince Drakkhen rushes in. I'm too late. I will avenge her. Go to the castle and slay her. Okay. Well, we have 4 of the 8 gems now, so we're looking okay. Unfortunately, we have 2 of the 4 party as well. We have to go and avenge, and I think that's up in the western part of water. Better save and get to that Anak ASAP. ASAP, as slowly as possible. Oh no, you just go away. Wow, that was quite the shot there, Dusty. Oh, we're almost there. We've been pretty lucky not to encounter a... We've been moderately lucky to not encounter an actual dragon so far, because those spawn like regular enemies around here. Alright, Nitro, everything's on your shoulders here. Drag everybody to that Anak right now. In we go. Phew. Team is back in control. Still pretty naked, but what can you do? Well, very specifically, we could buy ourselves some gear. Let's go and do exactly that. First things first, we've got to get out of the dungeon. Why did I say get out of the dungeon? We gotta get out of the desert. Speed is aim of the game there. And we are free. There's nothing here that can kill us, at least. Alright, whole team's back in action and looking very naked. I mean, between them, Dusty and Monk have a helmet and a pair of shoes. Okay, pair of boots. Not even enough cloth amongst them to hide all their, well, you know. I'm not surprised Monk got poisoned. He was showing a lot of skin there. Alright, we just kind of carry on this way and we will find, hopefully, the merchant. Are you a merchant? You actually... Oh, that saves us a bit of time. And he sells the best stuff at knockoff prices. Jeez, that's expensive. I can't afford for everyone. I can get rid of my light helmet, the longsword, the shirt. Okay, yeah, we can get rid of the shirt. It's not going to do us any good. Sell the torches, sell the ghost staff, sell the earth staff, sell torch, sell key, sell both those keys, sell torch, sell key, sell key, sell lucky ring, worth it, because that way I can buy a... I want to buy a dragon, Chorus. Gonna get a coat for Dusty and a Chorus for Monk. That doesn't leave enough money for the robe. But there's nothing else I can really sell. Regrettable, but it'll have to do. Oh, it's a +2 as well. There we go. There we go. We're feeling slightly less naked. Only slightly. That also means we don't have to go and visit the merchant building. We just go and kill. This is such a makeshift armor setup, because we don't have the time to sit back and get loads of goodies. If gear keeps breaking, is it worth buying? Well, when the gear breaks instead of you dying, it might be a net benefit. So, I gotta go and kill this guy. Oh, and we'll pick up some shields along the way, so it's not all gloom and doom. Let's get back to Creepy Place. And we needed you alive for this moment, Dusty. Open that drawbridge. Now, thankfully, we don't have to make our way through the entire place. There's just one quite easy to get to area we need to get to, although along the way, I'm going to want a... I want a light shield on you. And I want the heavy shield on you. Now, let's be honest, that wouldn't defend you against a spit bubble, but it would take the hit for you there, Dusty. Okay, you almost got killed by a bat. Must have been nibbling at your bare ankles. Thankfully we have Dusty to heal you right up. Maybe I should have bought you that robe anyway. I did save before coming into this castle, didn't I? Sure hope I did. Take a deep breath and think of home. Oh? Oh. I thought I was meant to come here and kill you. I was told to do that, right? Then I'm a little lost. Okay, that's troubling. Let me think. We went there, they got angry. I'm certain that's the room I meant to kill him, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely certain this is where you fight the monster here. Okay, does that mean I missed something? We'll go and visit the person to the western castle then. Eastern castle, rather. Stare at maps all day, of course I know my east to west. That's troubling, though. Wonder if it's against the rules to go and watch my old 2 hours of hell to figure out where to go. We dealt with everything in the ice area. Oh, hang on, we didn't kill anyone there. We're probably meant to go back up to the... Oh, amazing, we got the heavy Kurisu back. Maybe we're meant to go back up to the ice area and slaughter someone there. I don't seem to remember killing anyone. And that in itself seems wrong. At least someone can use that. So everybody has some chest mail. The shoes finally have a use. I guess I'm going to give them to Nitro. Because 3 of our 4 teammates have been trekking across the world barefoot. So, this isn't where I'm meant to be, but I'm just going to go and hope that you tell me where to go here. Otherwise I'm going to go back up to the ice place, because I have a feeling that I'm meant to kill someone there. Talk to me. Oh, was Princess Izolka killed by Prince Naga? How terrible, we must avenge. Grant me this favor, by any means destroy Princess Naktka. Okay, I'm guessing that was the icy one. I mean, you guys are 20 foot tall with horns and claws. Couldn't you do it? We're humans. We're spongy and quite destructible, as has been evidenced. Alright, but it's not the Eastern Castle, because that is just a ruin. Sank under a sea of frozen blood. Our team looks pretty cool though. I just really love the whole dress up your characters thing here. I guess it's a shame that everything is so destructible. This is a new and fairly worthless enemy. Crunch. Thanks for the money. And if it isn't this ice palace, then I am so out of ideas of what to do and where to go. Easy there, Dusty. Bow and arrow is not a great melee weapon. Did I save before coming in here? I certainly hope so. Red loves the music in this game so much. Wow, and he doesn't like Banjo-Kazooie. Mixed feelings on that one. Oh, now that I think about it, isn't there a room where I have to kill that soldier and then spawns the guy that I need? Oh boy. How nice of you all to come. I wish to invite you as my wedding dinner. Of course, you will be the main course. Ha ha ha. Guards, take them away. Oh lord. Owen is pretty dead. Bulk up, Nitro. This is on you. Oh, you're paralyzed. Dragon Chorus destroyed. Also destroyed. Alright. Time has come for incredible magic. No, paralysis isn't what I'm looking for. Give me the antimatter. We'll take this beast down. We'll take this beast down. I appear to be stuck as Nitro. I appear to be very stuck and dying as Nitro. Alright, Dusty, there's a reason I gave you all these vials. Drink up. Boom! Nitro is tapped into the one-shot. I think he just took that moment to charge up. He killed it in an attack worth 63. Alright, Drakkhen rushes in. Seeing you here must mean that my awful sister is dead. There's nothing to be done. Take my gem. Do all this other stuff. Now I probably have to go south. With our dead teammates. Alright, excellent job. Ready the weapons, and let's go. Find Prince Hagen. A savage person. Okay, but isn't there meant to be some armor around here? We could probably do with some new leggings. Nope, 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 nope. Just rushed into the scene again, as you do. Okay, I'm not seeing the stuff. Let's just get out of there. Gotta hand it to your coat there, Dusty. You survived. We see where the Anak is, though. We can go and pay them a visit so we can get Speedy Gonzalez back on the team. We need that speed because it's slow going here. Oh no. You know what? It's time for some revenge. Oh. Alright. Kill it with magic then. This incredible magic. Incredible magic. Alright, well, it's up to Dusty, again, to drag 3 dead bodies to the Anak. Almost there. Don't smudge the finish. Almost there, he says. Where is it? Aha. Alright. Thank goodness up in cold, cold Canada the healthcare is free. Can't believe they ripped through my dragon plate mail. And once again, Monk is reduced to his natural form. Do we have anything to spare him? Guess I'll give him a shield. Owen has nothing to give. You've got a longsword, which is surplus to requirements. There we go. Cover your shame with that. Let's speed our way through this. If you like this game, then you may enjoy King's Field games for the PS1. Not so sure if enjoy is the right word. This game has a certain charm to it. One shot and that shield is gone. Alright, let's take our anger out on the thing. No, Dragon View is awful. I will not be playing that. Monk is such an exhibitionist. think he spent more time naked than not. Then again, I think about how much time that our Jesus member Owen has gone without pantaloons. But then he's also gone without life and a beating heart, so it's give and take. Oh, I passed it by. Curses. Dusty does have that necromancer look to her. There's just no point engaging those things. As far as I'm aware, they don't have much experience to give, they barely give any money, and I've never seen them drop equipment. All they do is come down and ruin your day. Let's cross this awesome bridge. And because one person stepped in water, the whole team slows down. That's okay. The castle is right here. It has another one of the boss monsters for us to kill. And hey, we can get our shield back. Alright, let's do this. At this point I can remember which doors I just need to magic my way open. However, I want to beat up the armored guy here. He might just have something decent for us. I would take a robe, power helmet, hell, even some shoes at this point. Oh, just because I've got them doesn't make me happy. I think I'm not going to give any more armor to Monk. He's an exhibitionist through and through. Give away your helmet as well. Let your hair run as free as the rest of your body. I'll have you grab the light shield as well, but I'm not going to have you use it, because you apparently have no shame. You can just hold on to it for other people. So let's just check defense stats, for example. So if we look at you, you have defense of 85 nitro. Owen has 60, not surprised, he hasn't had a robe in ages. 59. Well, Dusty doesn't wear much underneath that, does she? And then Monk has defense of 9. So if something breathes on Monk, he's going to die. Oh, and add to that, he's level 4. Everyone else is level 6. Expected level around this time would be like 15. Let's just keep on going. We can power our way through this. Okay, for this one I need Nitro to strength up, I need Monk to strength up, I need Dusty to go on antimatter, and I don't know, Owen's just going to cheer from the sidelines. This guy's a bit deadly. Well, well, dear human, do you want to talk here? Sorry, too bad, all the rooms are filled up. What does that even mean? I have just a place for you, looking out on the sewer. It fits sewer rats like you perfectly. You'd best just give up, or do you want to join my zombie collection? I'll tear you to pieces. Heavy shield down. Nitro's leveled up. Okay, so, Owen, who had not bulked up at all and has the weakest weapon we have, just slaughtered him for a hit of 140. And was given a dragon sword for it. Nicely done. But I don't think you actually need that dragon sword. You're clearly strong enough with your saber. What is with the luck in this? Oh well, good job. We can get our shield back here. That's a nice thing though, the shield took the brunt of the hit for that. Otherwise it probably would have ripped us to shreds. Alright, this is going so much faster than it deserves to. I'm gonna save up one more time. And we now need to go to the bottom left. And the best way to do that is go to the... Sorry, we need to go to the bottom right. The best way to do that is going top left. Ready your weapon, please. How are you so strong, Owen? You're the priest. You're more like a warrior monk. Except you kept your hair. So if we look at the situation, we now have 7 of the 8 gems. We just have to take on the strongest. Okay, we got some clothes for you, but we're not going to give it to you because you don't deserve it. If you really are that proud of your swole bod, we'll let you keep it on display. If you look at the shading on your body, you're like a little stick man who's holding out the sides of your chest. Alright, we made it to the top. Not quite the top left though. This is what we need. Before we take this ride of joy, I'm gonna say... Okay, kill the spider first then. Oh, war ring. An incredible ring to have. We'll give it to Owen. Owen already has the war ring. Well, this time he's going to use it. Dusty gets the sage ring, but you already have the wind ring, so just drop the key. If I had to do this much stuff in Swords and Serpents, I would just give up the game, because boy, that game is horrible with menuing. Another random encounter when I'm trying to save. There we go. Let's go. Oh man, too much fun writing this. Too much bloody fun. Alright. Okay, I thought maybe we'd get the I love you monster coming and wiping the team. I should probably save pretty fast actually. There we go. Now there's one last dungeon we have to do. It's a wee trek away through the desert, so we'll probably get crushed on the way. But it's difficult to get in there. I think you're meant to look in a certain direction, but that never seems to work. What works for me is entering it in reverse. Torna is asking if he will enjoy EU4 if he enjoys Hoi. It's more likely you'll enjoy it if you already enjoy another grand strategy title. Because they share quite a few elements. I tried Stellaris but found it a bit dull. Now I don't know if I should buy Hoi. I mean, I am completely biased because you buying Hoi improves my life. So yeah, buy Hoi. As for Stellaris though, the next patch and update are pretty good. So I would definitely give it another swing after the update. So yeah, I kid you not, you just have to enter it in a certain strange way and you'll be able to enter this place. I didn't save before I came in here, did I? Ah, who needs to save? Air, fire, earth, and water. We're in the fireplace through and through. Let's do this. How much one-shotting can Dusty do? Okay, well, even better healing on Jesus here. He needs no dragon sword, only his saber. And we got another saber. Dragon sword is strictly better, but hey, sabers. So much unlocking you gotta do in this game. Why did they even have this? Alright, light up, please. Monk, you have been pretty useless. You have just been the Human Torch for all of this. Whereas Dusty Girl has been the machine gun. Don't know how far behind Forge is if he's complimenting the travel music. Quite a bit, I would say. Oh no, no. The less I have to do with this guy, the better. There's a reward for your heads. I'm going to get that reward. You know what? Die. How you like that? Owen's taken names here. He can give the power greaves over to Nitro, who will have to drop something for it. Drop the saber, I guess. Those guys cause a lot of problems because, as you can see, they paralyzed 2 of our team. Dusty's got some boots on, right? Good. And somebody should know cure, right? I'm not sure. No, cure won't cure paralysis. But we should heal our way out of this situation. And then as soon as you can move, we'll carry on. Good and good. Still a bit worried at how I haven't saved, but we just have to get really, really good. Or get shoes, that works too. It's such a horrible looking place to be, just sandy everything. Oh boy. So, vermin, you came so far to help the humans. Relax, your journey is over. You will die here. Alright, Dusty. Nail it. Monk, bulk up. You bulk up as well. Owen, you're there for support. Nudity will help us. As Ulkin's defeat, the priest of the plains shrine appears. Thank you, humans. The root of evil has been destroyed. Now you only need to go to the island center, then you can convert the blah 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 blah. We did it. All we gotta do now is make our way to the center of the map. And, you know, waste time by checking the map. Now, if it weren't for encounters, I could probably get this done in 2 minutes 30 flat, but there are encounters. What really cost me was not knowing where to go a couple of castles ago. Oh boy, no encounters and we can do this. Ah! 2:30 would have been a great time. Okay, now the game's just mocking me. Get out of here. Splat. Well, we overshot it anyway. Arc back and we're right there, though. And be gone. The monk ends this with deadly poison. That is time! Whew. Please enjoy the wonderful ending to this brilliant Super Nintendo game, Drakkhen, where dragons come down and shoot lasers into our priest's crotch. Man, I do really like Drakkhen. It's probably all just nostalgia goggles because I played this game when I was a ween. But hey, I still played it, got a good 2.5 hour enjoyment out of it, so can I really fault it? That was done easily within the time limit. Hard to really say when you don't use the experience glitch, but really grinding wasn't all that necessary. I think Lady Luck had our back entirely though. Almost all the bosses we took down with lucky hits, and those that we didn't, we got belated lucky hits. I don't know what causes that guitar to be there, but it is, so... Thank you, Thrash Metal Osamu Tani. There won't be much more streaming on this channel today as far as I can see, but I will be playing Outbreak, so if you want to watch the Adult Swim After Hour Racist Night with myself, Callum, Lucky and whoever, then it'll be on one of their channels. But yes, finally a successful weekly one-shot. It's been getting a bit grim lately. As ever, if you have ideas for the weekly one-shot, there's a submission page just below. Just check for the little silver surfer and follow the link below to add your own suggestions there. Make sure to put in good criteria though. It's nice to have a bit of time pressure or otherwise challenge on these things. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the credits. Successful run. And I'm signing out for now.